started again. So, yesterday I talked to you about Murakami and Japanese literature, and I like Murakami a lot, and today the topic is very different. It's actually about death. Yeah, and as you see, my small library and the pirated books that I have bought because on roadside stalls and all these other places, you have these pirated books. But I believe there is something in. I don't know. I don't want to promote the piracy, but I don't know. The smell of pirated books feels a little different, but I really like the quality of original books. I have both. I want to show you. So this is a original one, and this is obviously a pirated one. So this is Tuesdays with Mori, and this is Murakami, and this is original. Obviously, the quality, the paper quality is the most top thing about this, and this is one of the most beautiful books that stays with you. So I kind of regretting buying those pirated books, but I back in the day I don't have any option. So Tuesdays with Mori. I think many of you have read it or maybe not read it. So there's this quote in this book. First of all, look at all those if it is visible to you, all those tiered pages. I don't think so it's visible. So there are so many quotes in this book, and the one quote that I really like is the most famous quote that you may have heard, that once you know how to die, you will know how to live. And I don't think so there's a more beautiful memoir I will ever read in my life after this Tuesdays with Mori. It's a beautiful relationship between a teacher and a student, which we usually don't see in our country, and that's a huge problem. We don't share emotions and love and gratitude with our teachers. It's more like a relationship of strictness and don't talk to them. So I usually don't have notes. I write on my books with pen, but for this book, this was so beautiful that I have got some sticky notes extra, so that whenever I feel problem and any other stuff, I just go back to this book. You after reading this book, you will live more happily. But actually, this is a book about that, not about life. And simultaneously, I was thinking that life and death are actually connected, and just do whatever you want, because one day eventually everything's going to be end. And stressing about lot of things, about discipline, about everything, just makes your mind fuck, really. And just do whatever you want to do. Actually, there is no bigger motivation than doing things that you love. And that's why I believe that this book is a very, very important book. Not great, but important. Every school, every student should have read this book, because there is so much about sex, violence, and so much about love, life, everything is inside this book. Because the teacher Maury Schwartz was a very great professor in the author's life, Mitch Albums, and how they met after years. I don't want to spoil for you anything, because I want you guys to buy this book and give it a read, and so you actually know what's life and why we should not give a fuck about anything. And for someone who loves filmmaking or anything, if you love movies like The Shawshank Redemption or The Green Mile, you cannot hate this book at all. This is a perfect book. I bought this in winters, and I think I finished this probably in 2 days, because I usually take a lot of time, if I find a book really beautiful. But I just want to read this ahead and ahead. This was so beautiful, and there are some of the best quotes that I've highlighted in this book. I want to give it a read for you. So I'm going to read you a quote from this masterpiece. So the quote goes, if you really want it, you will make your dream happen. If you really want it, you will make your dream happen. And there is this subtle quality that have these kind of books, especially these kinds, Tuesdays with Morrie. Like, there are some qualities in this kind of books that that shitty self-help books can't help you at all. And now maybe people can argue that, oh, there is this great self-help book, there is this great self-help book. Nah, I can agree on disagree. Okay, but there is something about novels and art, acting, dancing, movies, films, any form of art, anything we love. I personally love filmmaking, and I will be a great filmmaker in future, I believe so. Any form of art is beautiful, and therefore we should read this kind of art, and not, I have self-help books in my bag, but I haven't read them anytime in my life. My friends gifted me, and all the people who have read. But I personally recommend you novels and this form of art, maybe philosophy. So this was my opinion, yes. So if you have any recommendations, please comment it down, man. I will love to read your choices. Thank you very much, and please give it a try to Tuesdays with Molly.